the Goblin. Everything happens right after the intense showdown between Spider-Man and the Green Goblin, when Peter ends up injuring his arm during the fight. Later, he tries to sneak back home, still wearing the suit. Aunt May, Norman, and Harry Osborn walk into his room, and Peter quickly tries to hide, but Norman notices something's off. A bit later, during Thanksgiving dinner, Peter tries to hide the wound he got, but Norman, always observant, realizes the injury matches the one he gave Spider-Man during their fight.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that looks awful.
How did you say that happened?
Bike messenger.
That coincidence sets off alarm bells in Norman's head. He starts putting the pieces together and figures out Peter is hiding something big. He's Spider-Man. The tension rises as Norman starts subtly questioning Peter and, well, he ends up confirming his suspicions, discovering Spider-Man's true identity. It's worth noting that Peter only finds out who's behind the Green Goblin at the end of the movie, when Norman tries to trick him, but it backfires.
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
Oh.
The train. The train sequence in Spider-Man 2 is just unforgettable. It's my favorite superhero scene ever. It all starts with Spider-Man fighting Dr. Octopus on top of a moving train. Octopus, as usual, is determined to cause as much chaos as possible and sabotages the train's brakes, sending it speeding uncontrollably toward disaster. Peter Parker is exhausted. His powers are unstable and he's struggling with his own limits, but he knows he can't let anyone get hurt. With courage and determination, Peter uses every bit of skill, strength, and of course, his webs to try and stop the train. Every move is critical. Every second counts. It's an intense, adrenaline-filled moment that shows Spider-Man at his absolute best. He finally manages to stop the train and saves everyone on board, but the effort takes everything out of him. Peter passes out right after, completely drained. When he wakes up, he realizes he's not alone. The passengers gently lift him up, staring in awe. They see that under the mask, he's not some invincible superhero, just a regular young guy who risked his life to save them.
He's just a kid.
Best friend. Still in Spider-Man 2, there's one deeply emotional scene where Harry Osborn discovers that his worst enemy and his best friend are the same person. It all happens right after the train sequence. While Peter is weak and vulnerable, Dr. Octopus shows up again. He captures Spider-Man easily and delivers him to Harry Osborn in exchange for the tritium he needs for his experiment.
Where do you want him?
Blinded by revenge for his father's death, Harry finally gets the chance to face the man he's hated for so long. He slowly approaches the unconscious Spider-Man, grabs a knife, and removes his mask, ready to look his enemy in the eye.
I can look into your eyes as you die. Peace. Go.
But the shock hits hard. Under the mask is Peter Parker, his best friend. Harry's face freezes in disbelief and horror, completely shattered by the truth. Peter then wakes up and breaks free from his restraints. He doesn't have time to explain or argue about the past, because right now, Mary Jane's in danger, and he has to save her. Mary Jane. At the climax of Spider-Man 2, one of the trilogy's most emotional moments unfolds. Peter Parker, now fully aware of his responsibility as Spider-Man, faces Dr. Octopus in a final showdown. The scientist, driven mad, reactivates his dangerous fusion reactor, threatening to destroy everything. Meanwhile, Mary Jane is chained to a pillar inside the waterfront lab, terrified as she watches Spider-Man fighting alone. The battle is fierce and chaotic, and Peter pushes himself to the limit to stop the disaster. In a desperate move, Peter takes off his mask and talks to Octavius, who briefly regains his sanity, asking how to stop the machine. In that moment, Mary Jane sees his face. It's then she finally understands everything. The guy she loves is also the masked hero who's been saving the city. Peter rescues her just as the structure begins to collapse. After Octavius sacrifices himself to stop the destruction, Peter and Mary Jane escape together. She's shaken, still processing what she's learned, but now she knows the truth Peter tried to keep secret for so long. The symbiote switch. In Spider-Man 3, Eddie Brock's big transformation happens in the iconic church scene, where the symbiote finally chooses him as its new host. After being humiliated and fired from the Daily Bugle, Eddie goes to the church to pray, not for forgiveness, but asking God to kill Peter Parker. That's how deep his hatred runs. Meanwhile, Peter, overwhelmed by guilt and the darkness of the black suit, climbs the church tower trying to tear it off. The deafening sound of the bells weakens the alien creature, which screams and tries to resist. Down below, Eddie hears the noise and looks up, just in time to see Peter ripping the symbiote off.
Parker.
The creature, now free, falls onto Eddie and completely engulfs him. The merge is instant, and that's how Venom is born, driven by hatred and revenge. The girlfriend. In The Amazing Spider-Man, Peter decides it's finally time to trust Gwen Stacy completely and reveal his secret identity. It happens one quiet night on top of a building with the city lights shining behind them. Peter is clearly nervous, not knowing how to start. Gwen notices his unease and asks what's wrong, curious and a bit worried. That's when Peter decides to open up. He struggles to find the words. His biggest secret is right on the tip of his tongue, but he just can't say it. Gwen, realizing he won't speak, turns to leave. But his action says it all. Gwen is shocked at first, but then he kisses her, and the moment turns tender and genuine. It's a warm, sweet reaction that shows how deep their connection is. Before it can get any more romantic, Gwen's mom calls her inside, saying her dad wants her home, while Peter's spider sense kicks in as he hears sirens and Captain Stacy leaving. Something's going down. Peter jumps off the building, ready to do his job as Spider-Man. The burning car. During the Lizard's bridge attack, chaos erupts. People scream, and several cars dangle over the edge, barely held up by Spider-Man's web. Inside one of those cars, a little boy named Jack is trapped, crying as the vehicle starts to slip. Peter spots him and, without hesitation, changes focus from chasing the villain to saving the kid. He reaches the car and tries to calm Jack down, who's frozen in fear. Then Peter does something unexpected. He takes off his mask and gives it to the boy. He shows his face to earn the kid's trust, to show him that under the suit, he's just a regular guy trying to help.
Hold my mask. All right.
All right.
Okay, I got you.
Great, buddy. You're doing great. That's it. Keep coming.
With the mask on, Jack finally trusts him. As flames spread and tension rises, Spider-Man rescues him with his webs and brings him safely to his father.
Who are you? Spider-Man.
The father-in-law. It all happens during the final battle against the Lizard, when Peter ends up being seen by the police as a threat. Captain Stacy is determined to capture the masked hero and personally leads the operation to arrest him. The tension is sky high. Peter needs to move fast and still protect his identity. During the chase, Peter is hit by an electric dart that knocks him out for a moment. When he wakes up, he realizes he's surrounded by armed officers, and Captain Stacy is standing right in front of him. Stacy tries to remove Spider-Man's mask to finally find out who he really is. The mask comes off, but thanks to his spider sense, Peter reacts instantly. With lightning speed, he takes down all the officers, but the captain pulls out his gun and points it at him. That's when Peter turns around and shows his face. He tells him that Gwen is in danger and he has to go save her.
Parker. It's headed to Oscorp, and your daughter's there right now.
Still shocked by the revelation, Captain Stacy lets him go. But one of the cops, thinking Spider-Man is trying to escape, fires a shot that hits Peter in the leg, forcing him to continue his journey injured. In the end, Captain Stacy dies and makes Peter promise to stay away from Gwen forever. And, well, you already know what happens after that. Friendship broken. In The Amazing Spider-Man 2, the fate of Harry Osborn and Peter Parker changes forever. Their childhood friendship turns into tragedy once the truth comes out. Harry is suffering from the same rare disease that killed his father. Desperate, he believes Spider-Man's blood could cure him. But when Peter, hiding his identity, refuses to help, Harry feels completely betrayed. Consumed by anger, he breaks into Oscorp and injects himself with the spider venom. The result is devastating. His body mutates, his skin turns pale, and the Green Goblin is born. Now he doesn't want a cure anymore. He wants revenge. During the final battle, Harry storms into the clock tower and finds Spider-Man with Gwen Stacy. He watches the way Peter talks to her, and then everything suddenly makes sense. Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Peter.
No, Harry.
I'm gonna take away yours. No, run! Harry!
That revelation breaks him completely. The old friend he once loved and the hero who rejected him are the same person. From that moment on, Harry isn't fighting Spider-Man. He's fighting Peter Parker, and that anger leads to the movie's most tragic scene.
Stay with me, stay with me.
Tony Stark. In Captain America: Civil War, we get a brand new Spider-Man, now officially part of the Marvel Universe alongside the Avengers. During the movie, Tony Stark decides to recruit Peter Parker. It all happens in a small apartment in Queens. Peter comes home from school expecting a quiet moment, but finds Tony already sitting in his living room, pretending to be there for some kind of scholarship or job opportunity. In his room, Peter nervously tries to hide the Spider-Man suit, but Tony already knows. With his usual sarcastic and curious tone, Tony reveals he's aware of everything, and Peter, embarrassed, admits that he's Spider-Man.
That's you, right?
No. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
look at you go. Wow, nice catch. 3,000 pounds, 40 miles an hour. It's not easy.
Peter explains a bit about how he handles his powers and responsibilities, showing that he takes being Spider-Man seriously. Tony sees potential in him. He recognizes that the kid could actually help on bigger missions. In the end, they come to an understanding, and Spider-Man joins Iron Man in the airport battle, even getting a brand new suit. Ned finds out. In Spider-Man: Homecoming, Peter Parker gets a new best friend, the guy in the chair. Just kidding, it's Ned Leeds. After a long day of patrolling and adventure, Peter returns home. Without realizing it, he climbs through the window thinking he'll finally get some peace. But to his surprise, Ned is sitting on his bed, holding a Lego piece he's been wanting to finish building with Peter. When Ned realizes Peter is Spider-Man, he absolutely loses it. Eyes wide, full of excitement, he blurts out that Peter is the Spider-Man from YouTube.
You're the Spider-Man from YouTube.
I'm not.
Peter freezes, tries to deny it, but when Ned sees him sticking to the ceiling, there's no use pretending anymore. Ned's reaction is the perfect mix of shock and pure excitement. He starts bombarding Peter with questions about being a superhero. Peter makes him promise not to tell anyone. It's a short moment, but full of humor and heart, perfectly capturing their fun, goofy friendship. Aunt May finds out. At end of Spider-Man: Homecoming, there's a moment that every fan remembers, and it's both hilarious and shocking. After prom night and everything that went down in the movie's climax, Peter Parker gets home. He finds the Spider-Man suit Tony Stark had given him and decides to put it on again. You can tell he's nervous but excited, because putting on the suit isn't just dressing up, it's stepping back into being a hero. As he's getting ready, Aunt May walks into his room, stops at the door, and just stands there in complete disbelief, staring at Peter in full Spider-Man gear. Confession to MJ. In Spider-Man: Far From Home, Peter Parker finally gets the courage to talk to MJ. They're walking together on a bridge in Prague. He rehearses what to say, takes a deep breath, but everything goes off track before he even begins. What should have been a sweet confession turns into something totally unexpected. Before he can say a word, MJ hits him with a revelation of her own. With her usual sharp tone, she lays it all out.
But I wanted to tell you. I'm just gonna tell you. MJ,
I'm Spider-Man.
What?
That's what you were gonna say, that you're Spider-Man.
She shows him a small device she found after the elemental attack, calmly explaining how everything adds up. Peter's disappearances, his weird excuses, and how Spider-Man always shows up right after. Peter tries to deny it, but then the device projects a hologram, showing a battle between Mysterio and one of the creatures. Both are stunned.
Who would do something like that? I am Spider-Man, and I've really messed up.
Wait, you're being serious right now?
Mm-hmm.
Realizing how serious it is, Peter admits it. He really is Spider-Man, and they need to leave immediately. Despite the danger, MJ is thrilled to finally have her suspicions confirmed. Having his identity revealed to MJ, Ned, and Aunt May wasn't easy, but imagine if the whole world found out. The entire world. In the same movie, Peter Parker's life takes one of its biggest turns ever. His identity as Spider-Man is exposed to the entire world. It all happens because of Mysterio, who, before dying, leaves Peter a not-so-nice surprise. He manipulates the media and releases a video that frames Spider-Man for his death.
I managed to send the elemental back to the dimensional rift, but I don't think I'm gonna make it off this bridge alive. Spider-Man attacked me for some reason. He has an army of weaponized drones, Stark technology. Spider-Man's name is Peter Parker! What the
The video doesn't just reveal that Peter is a Spider-Man, it also accuses him of murder. To make things worse, J. Jonah Jameson, played once again by J.K. Simmons, appears reporting the story in his usual loud, explosive style. He throws out harsh accusations, calling Spider-Man a killer and turning public opinion against him, putting Peter and everyone he loves in serious danger. Now everyone knows who he is. If you're a Spider-Man fan and enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Right there on your screen, there's another awesome video waiting for you. See you there.